Good evening. This is your competition director, Miss Labane Key. And this is your May 22nd face-to-face recap video. As many of you know, the competition preparation process is broken down into 5 specific focuses. We are currently focusing on commitment. Commitment is a very necessary tool that you're going to need to make it to competition day on October 30th. Preparing for commitment has been an exciting journey thus far. You already have been given the expectations of yourself as a competitor in your competition packet. Last week, you received the parts of a speech or some suggested parts of a speech via a YouTube video. And at the last face-to-face on Tuesday, we discussed the importance of timelines. A timeline almost becomes like a checklist or a roadmap that is designed to help you get to competition day on October 30th. Remember, winning the competition begins today, and the type of competitor you will be begins today. We identified that a competition timeline has 3 specific components. The first of those components are categories, the second, tasks, and the third, dates. Let's talk about categories first. Categories are usually pulled from the outcomes or the items that you need to have completed on competition day. Some examples of categories that you would identify on your timeline in preparing for the competition would be a speech. You need to have a speech on competition day. Attire. You need to be dressed for your speech on competition day. Sponsorships. You need to have sponsors by competition day. And perhaps even rules and regulations. These are the things that you will need in order to compete on competition day. So they immediately become categories or buckets for your timeline. The next section of your timeline are tasks. Tasks are when you take a category and break them down into smaller pieces. Or if you want to look at it the other way, you take the task and place them into a bucket or a category. So for example, let's break down speech since you've already studied the parts of a speech. In preparing for the speech, which is your category, one of the first task that you would put underneath your category may be to understand the parts of a speech. Check. The next part may be to understand the topic and the theme for which you have to write a speech. After that, your next task may be to do some research regarding the speech. Your next task, to decide what your position is prior to writing your speech. After doing the research, after understanding your theme, and after knowing the parts of a speech, you're going to decide what your position is on the topic. Your next task after deciding what your position is would probably be to create an outline. An outline is a great tool for you to be able to go back and begin filling in the pieces or writing your speech. Your next task, write an introduction. Your next one, the body of your speech. Your last one, perhaps the conclusion of your speech. Now you need to figure in rehearsal time. Will you do rehearsal privately first and then rehearse in front of people? Or are you going to do open rehearsals first and then do a private rehearsal by yourself? At any rate, all of these are great examples of tasks that you would put under the category of speech. The last part, after identifying a category, putting tasks under that category, it's assigning dates or due dates or deadlines to the tasks that have to be completed. As we journey along towards competition, you'll be given specific deadlines for when assignments and speeches are due. Days that we're going to rehearse, days that we need to see your competition uniform. And when you're given those dates, you want to take those dates and update your timeline. You've already received some important dates in your contestant packet. You can use those dates to build your timeline. Now that you have a timeline that is complete with categories, tasks, and dates, The next step is using your timeline effectively. Now that you have a timeline, using your timeline effectively is by making decisions based off your task, based off your deadlines. You can make quality decisions by saying, is what I need to complete a priority? Is what I need to complete going to take a long time? Do I have the necessary or available resources for a task? Only a competition timeline is going to make you strong for that. That's basically what we discussed on Tuesday. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to your competition team. Ms. Tanetra is standing by to answer questions for you. If you have any additional questions, then let me suggest that you reach out to your mentor and ask them to assist you in making a timeline that will help you get to competition day. Most importantly, we want to see you at the next face-to-face. Stay tuned in your email so you can get your next assignment. And if you have any questions or any concerns between now and our next face-to-face, we're here for you. Please know that I've been praying for you. I would like to give a big congratulations to all those who have graduated this past week and are graduating in the weeks to come. I also want to congratulate you on the summer vacation. Here's to 1 year completed, taking a rest, and going into the next school year. Thank you for everything that you've done to commit to your own self-improvement. We're here for you and will always be here for you as long as you're here for yourself. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon.